got a comment that came in based on the last question, and I can't leave it alone. Rana,
Okay.
Rana has written in and said, go for 15 hours of ABA. We never got more than 40 hours. It's just not realistic for a 4-year-old. It's too much to handle. And I just want to lovingly say to Rana, and Rana, you know that I love you, but that is not what works. And it isn't realistic at all to be able to do more than 15 hours with a 4-year-old, but it is what you need to do. And Nanette, you're an expert. Can we talk to our parents for a second about why we don't do 15 hours with a 4-year-old and why you need to make it reasonable to do 40?
Yeah, absolutely. That's, I think that's a great comment to come in right now. I think the big thing that I always try to, communicate to the families is that there's an age gap, with the diagnosis. So let's say that they get diagnosed at the age, if we're going back to talking about our friend in the first question, he's 4, but he's functioning at about a 2-year-old level. So we've already got an age gap of about 2 years right now. And if we continue to not do early intensive, treatment, then that age gap continues to grow every single year. Of course, we can't necessarily predict at what rate that's going to grow, but we know that they're just going to continue to be further and further behind. And we hate to see that because our ultimate goal for that patient is to be as successful and as independent as they possibly can in the future. So really, we'd like to see the 40-hour very intensive treatment protocol right off the bat, because then we can work very, very hard on closing that age gap, and then getting them to a place that's more typical with their peers, so that the treatment services don't have to be as lengthy. I think if we look at having, 15 hours a week because it might be easier on that patient right now, they might need 15 hours a week for the next 15 years. And that's really not what we necessarily want to see.
Absolutely. I just want to say, think of it like if you said to somebody, I'm in this kind of shape that I'm in right now, and I said to you, I want to become a bodybuilder and I want to have ripped abs. And I went to an expert and I said, that's what I want to do. That expert would say to me, you're going to have to change everything that you do, and you're going to have to spend multiple hours in the gym every day for years. If that's what you want to do, if you really want to make a change and you want to change the way this all looks, you're not going to be able to do it in 8 hours a month at the gym, right? None of us
No.
would think that. And it's the same thing. But we see people who suddenly make a decision and go, I'm going to change and do this very healthy lifestyle, and I'm going to go to the gym, and they change the shape of their bodies. And I really, when my son was getting therapy at first, I just thought the whole idea of 40 hours, I was like, this is crazy. And there's no way, he's 3, he can't do 40 hours. And I just want to say to everybody who's listening, don't listen to the people who tell you, well, 15 is enough. They're just 3 or they're just 4. It's crazy to do more than that. It is. I absolutely get where you're coming from, but it's crazy good. And what happened to my son in a year, it was life changing. Life changing. Don't let somebody cheat you out of it. The science is there that shows that it works. It will upend your household and your lives, but I'm promising you that it's worth it. But I know it seems unreasonable, but you can't settle for 15. They're selling you a bill of goods if they're telling you 15. There is no study that shows that will be effective at helping your child get to meaningful progress. All right.
Exactly.
I got emotional, Nanette. So, anyway, and Rana has written back and said the problem is the same. No one offers 40 hours of ABA when they have preschool or kindergarten, et cetera. It would be ideal, but I would like to see how many parents actually got 40 hours. I'm going to have you talk to some parents, Rana. It really takes a decision from the parent to go, oh, my kid's getting that if I have to do it myself.
Yes.
I'm telling you guys, when you get clear on that, it all starts to fall into place.